Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else, this is John Paval with Access Arts Live to give you a little bit of the background word on today's live stream performances, May 31st, 2025. And we have live stream performances going on today. One of them, it's 11 a.m. in the morning here in Europe as I'm doing this, and I'm doing it this early to make sure you don't miss the first of the live streams, which will be at noon European time. But anyway, we have live streams from Madrid to Berlin to Moscow to Detroit, Michigan, today, Saturday, May 31st, and they all look highly interesting, and some of them are way over the top, folks. I think you'll be very pleased to enjoy any of them, or you can spend your day enjoying all of them. So let me get to them. I have them all on screen for you there. We start out, the first one is today at noon, the Ballet Nacional de Espana, which will be performing the last in 3 sessions on flamenco dancing, which have been live streamed by March Vivo, the Fundación Juan March in Madrid. And this is the final of the 3-part series, and they'll be going over and explaining, I believe, the 4 key forms of Spanish dance: bolero, folklore, flamenco, and stylized dance. These are always lively and very interesting sessions. Sometimes there's about a half an hour leading into the actual performance with discussion either in Spanish or in English, where they talk about the content of the live stream and all of that. So it's a pretty erudite live stream series from March Vivo, always free of charge. Then you'll have a break, and next up will be this the 29-year-old conducting prodigy Klaus Mäkelä. And Mäkelä, at the age of 29, he's already the chief conductor designate of the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra in the Netherlands, which is one of the top, 5 or 6 in Europe. And he is currently there serving as their composer in residence this year. So it's a composer and a conductor. They'll be doing a contemporary piece, Rhim's Transitus 3 for orchestra. And don't you want a young guy doing that? And then Strauss's Alpine Symphony. And who can play Strauss better than the Berlin Philharmonic? It's not free of charge. It will cost you €9.90 or $11 US, but it may be worth it to you at that price. Okay. Next up, we have then, you have the photo there to my right. You have a photo of this, a true Israeli composer, Baruch Berliner. Now, when I say a true Israeli, I mean he was born in Israel. He was born in Tel Aviv in 1942, before the state of Israel had even been declared, 5 years later. I will say no more about the politics of all that. Anyway, he is a longtime composer. He studied, he got his musical training in Switzerland and then lived in Europe for many years. But in 1990, moved back to Israel with his family and has been there. They are going to be performing with Berliner's blessing an expanded version of his oratorio, Abraham. Now, when I say an expanded version, I mean they're pulling out all the stops. They have 9 different choirs from all over Russia involved in this. That's the academic choir of the Moscow Metro, the Orenburg Chamber Choir, the chamber choir of the Pushkin College of Music, etc., 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 and the combined choir of the Mendeleev Choral Congress. And then they have a symphony orchestra for this version. It's from the Kosygin Russian State University. They have a harp soloist. They have the usual titular organist at the Roman Catholic Cathedral, where this is being performed, Marina Omelchenko. They have the host is the voice of the Moscow transport system, the actress Yulia Romanova Kutyina, and they have 2 different conductors, and the reading, there's a recited portion of this oratorio as well as a sung portion by the choirs. And the reading is done by a well-known Russian actor, Anton Kukushkin. So this is a pull out all the stops. We give you the link in the description to this live stream, my live stream here, to the website of the composer Baruch Berliner with more explanation of this premiere and more information about all of his other works if you don't know them. This is not your usual Christian oratorio. This is a Jewish oratorio, and Berliner's works are very much based on the Torah. So if you're not familiar with that, well, this is your chance to get familiar with it in a very bombastic setting. So that leaves just one more live stream coming up today, which will be much later in the evening. And this will be from the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. And as usual, Jader Bignamini is preparing to do musical fireworks. He's brought in the cellist Steven Isserlis to play Schumann's cello concerto, and Isserlis is known for being a very emotive cellist. So on that concerto, that'll be terrific. But before and after that, they're doing Strauss, they're doing Don Juan, and then they're doing Till Eulenspiegel's Merry Pranks. Excuse my German if I don't know how they pronounce Eulenspiegel, but I think it's like that. Anyway, let me just read to you the one-sentence description of Don Juan and why I say fireworks. Quote, Don Juan erupts with line after line of angst and virtuosity for every member of the DSO orchestra. A musical adrenaline rush that promises powerful brass, sweeping strings, and heart-racing intensity from beginning to end. Now, if that's not fireworks, I don't know what is. So let me go back over the times for you of these. And Steve Isserlis, by the way, received the Schumann Prize of the city of Zwickau. So maybe he knows something about how to play Schumann. Anyway, so that starts, to go back over that at noon this afternoon. You'll have, in less than an hour from now, you have the Ballet Nacional de Espana. Then at 7 in the evening, you have the Berlin Phil with the hotshot prodigy conductor Klaus Mäkelä. Then at 7:30 in the, is that 7:30 in the evening? Or is it, let me make sure. Yeah, at 7:30 in the evening, you have Baruch Berliner's massive oratorio, Abraham. And then it finishes up that's European time, and then it all finishes up much later, 8 in the evening, Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. in Detroit, with Jader Bignamini and Steve Isserlis. And as I have said many times before, I don't know any conductor who works better with a soloist than Jader Bignamini. Every time he brings in a soloist, the soloist and Jader and the orchestra are like this, and it's just smashing. So that's what we have for you today. I hope you enjoy it. I will be back on Monday at the usual time, 6 o'clock in the evening European time, noon on the East Coast, 9 in the morning on the West Coast, with the roundup of big stage activity, meaning orchestras, ballets, and operas. Ciao for now, and have a great day. Oh, wait, before I leave, I forgot. I forgot to mention this. All right. If you're watching this on... If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you're watching on any of our other 6 platforms, please follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live on YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and or LinkedIn. And you will continue to get more than 1,000 live links to live performances online every year, every week, every day of the week.